everybody, welcome to Jacob's Quest, and today I just finished watching episode 4 of HBO's The Last of Us, and yeah, this episode we're back with Joel and Ellie, and it very much feels like the entire reason for this episode focusing so much on them. We don't get any kind of flashbacks, we don't get any kind of other things happening. It's very much just about like building that relationship, which, you know, yeah, because episode 2 of course ended with we lost Tess, and then episode 3, 90% of it was all about Bill and Frank, right? So yeah, we finally got to get back to Joel and Ellie and start building that relationship with just the two of them there. And they did a fantastic job of doing this, especially because they brought in the pun joke book, which really let them have these moments of levity between the two, and they start to, you know, they get to know each other more. They're in a road trip for hours and hours and days, and they're just talking to each other, and they're slowly opening up, slowly answering questions about each other. You know, so it was nice seeing those moments. They did a really good job. A lot of it was, you know, obviously lifted directly from the game. And then of course we get to, I want to say Pittsburgh, wherever this town is. It's a moment that plays out very similarly, where they're driving down this street road and someone pretends that they're hurt and they need help, and then it turns out to be an ambush, and so they have to have a big shootout to get their way out of here. And this, I think, was for me the highlight of the episode, because they really did an amazing job capturing the action of the game. It really felt like, you know, the way Joel's like ducking behind this counter and slowly moving around to this counter and trying to get a better vantage point to attack the people that he's in a shootout with, and the way that the things that the bad guys were saying, like body, we got someone over here, oh no, they shot Johnson or whatever, you know, like just the dialogue that the bad guys had and the way that they were all interacting with each other during the shootout. It was very much just like how the video game plays out. And like, you know, you could play the audio from this and you could put it over a scene from the game, and you could like it just seems like there's someone's playing the game here. So, you know, again, we're kind of getting back into they're recapturing the video game so faithfully that it's insane sometimes, you know, like the buildings and the doors and the, you know, like the small things in the background, they look the way that they were designed in the game, and I don't know how else to better describe it than that. And the other thing, of course, is that we do get a little bit of new things here about this group of people who, I guess they rose up and overthrew Fedra at their quarantine zone. And this is something in the game, but it's very like loosely, you know, the show's giving us more than anything that the game ever really told us about these people. So we learn who their leader is, and it's this lady who lost a brother to Fedra, and that's why she's angry at Henry, who, you know, Henry and Sam, the brothers that we're gonna meet from the game. So she's angry at Henry because of that. I guess she thinks Henry turned her brother in or something. There's some kind of backstory they kind of built there. I'm not sure how much that really matters, but, you know, the show is taking its opportunity to kind of flesh things out. You know, so again, just it ends with us meeting Henry and Sam after Henry and Sam, right? Yeah. After the Joel and Ellie fall asleep, and that's where the episode ends, really. So, you know, overall, this was very much character development, very much having those, you know, lighthearted moments between our two main characters, and you can see how they're obviously starting to actually care about each other. And even though Joel still says that, like, oh, well, you're cargo, you're not family, that kind of thing, like, you can tell that, like, he's starting to care, you know. So the heart of stone is slowly melting, or heart of ice, I don't know, however that analogy would go. Anyways, but yeah, so there was not really any kind of clickers or monsters or anything like that, and there wasn't any flashbacks, anything, you know, like that usually this show has managed to kind of, you know, world build on top of that kind of stuff. This was very much just hey, in the moment, we're doing the road trip. This is, you know, obviously a big section of the game doing the road trip thing. So yeah, I enjoyed this episode. The gunfight, I think they was really fantastic, and it very much feels like the game is kind of split into these chapters, and this feels very much like just one half of a chapter. You know, it feels like next episode we're gonna really dive into the whole Henry and Sam situation, and you know how that ends up going. But yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. Just another solid, like the show is proving itself to be just solid all the way around, and they've already been picked up for a season 2, and they had their own Saturday Night Live parody that came out last night. So just, yeah, the show's a hit. It's doing its thing. It's, yeah, no complaints, nothing really to speak of. So, you know, like I said, I do hope that moving forward we still do get some more background stuff, because I have been enjoying getting those little tidbits of, like, you know, well, how did this country respond, what happened here, what's going on, you know, what happened leading up to the apocalypse, right? So hopefully we still do get some more of that, you know, but hey, if it's not an every episode thing, that's okay too. So anyways, let me know what you guys thought about episode 4 of The Last of Us, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.